Comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.io.link. Morning! I was trying to button the bottom part of my jacket before the intro ended, but these things make my hands look super pretty and feminine. See, now I don't like it, but they make certain things difficult. Oh my God. Listen. This is miserable, and I can't take this jacket off because it's sleeveless. I was freezing, and I had this massive hot flash, and then listen, R2, I need you to get it together. Like, just, are you having a hot flash? Okay, so I was freezing, and so I'm like, okay, this is what I'm wearing because I'm cold. And then I come in here and I get all set up and it's time to go. I'm like, holy crap, my whole body is on fire. And then I realized, oh, I didn't switch out my hormone patch. So I did that and I'm fine. And then as soon as I go live, it comes back. Listen, be nice to your moms, okay? Because I know men have a rough time from time to time too, okay? Y'all do, you got your stuff. But physically speaking, you all have it so much. Well, good morning. It's No, we can't do that. I need that fan. Okay. Good morning. It's November 7th. AKA Frankenstein Day on Netflix. I require you to watch that this weekend. We'll talk about that in a bit. It's Frankenstein Day on Netflix. It's chilly outside, but inside my body, it's a raging inferno of hatred and sweat. This girl is on fire. That's what happens when you hit middle age and you've had like a baseball team of children. In fact, oh God. Anyway, I'm doing a live show. That's what I'm doing, a live show. I'm gonna pull my hair up. Maybe that'll help, but it looks so good. I don't want it. So anyway, it's a live show. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're new and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more health class information about what your middle-aged mom goes through when you leave the house. Oh. I had something on. Here we go. We'll try that. We'll see if that helps. Okay, guys. So, next week, I'm aiming to record my breakdown on Franklin Richards, the son of this lady right here, the Invisible Woman. Oh, no. Here we go. Really enjoying this breakdown. I mean, he's a crazy character. He's like he's like God level. I mean, honestly, he's a crazy overpowered character in Marvel Comics. And I'm really curious to see how they pull him off in the MCU, because the level of power he possesses is going to make things just like a little too easy to solve. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm aiming to record that next week, since I'm not getting anything ripped open, cut on, ripped out, or ablazed, then at least not for a couple of months. No promises. You never know with me. So let's get at it. Now that we've got all that out of the way, let's yell good morning to everyone. Remember, members and super chats get their coveted good mornings first. Are we ever going to get this show started? Probably not. Welcome to the shit show. Anywho, good morning, Nerdling Lieutenant. Yeah, Lieutenant Nerdling. Good morning, Lieutenant Nerdling, deranged lunatic. Sorry, I gotta tell the members first. Okay, there are no other members, so you're lucky. Buenos dias, Fernando. Oh, that's me. That's me. Hi. Good morning, Comic Sand. Good morning, Omari. Better not. Better not. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Greg 60. And good morning, Kickbots. Good morning, Kickbots. Doing the Lord's work. Oh, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I don't see you nowheres. Good morning, Travis Mitchell. Thank you so much. It's a shit. Eddie Munson, man, that is my favorite. My favorite Stranger Things characters. I'm pretty sure he's everyone's favorite Stranger Things character. But good morning, Travis, and thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I super appreciate that. Buenos dias, buddy. Gracias. Muchas gracias. Oh my God. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, unlocking door. Look at what the cat did. The cat must really love me if they brought me you. Yes. Deranged Lunatic, I'm glad you enlarged that because the old eyes ain't what they tell me about it. I think I need to get my prescription checked because did anyone catch that I got by discussing fish? I got got by discussing fish the other day, and I'm looking at it going, and then Loki and someone else had to like enlarge it for me. Said it's discussing fish. They're not doing a Grand Theft Auto movie, Danielle. I love that account. Good morning, birthday twin and Red 5 brother DJ from the Exegesis. Good morning, my friend. I love you, Maria. You're the best. You really are. I just love you. Love you. And I'm still having my own personal summer. It may be from all the drugs they've had me on, from all the surgery I've had in the last week. I didn't think about that. Seriously, my leg, my back. Is there anything else they want to snap? They've cut on everything just in the last week. It's ridiculous. But I've had so much time to write. Look at this dry erase board over here. I've got that one, and I've got another one over here, and I have 4 notebooks. I have just been sketching out. I'm loving that. This insert. I would just put that out there. The box. All right, guys. Let's dive in to a couple of headlines before we get to our final topic. Speaking of getting got. Oh, man. Let me tell you something. I have been very fortunate. The mic isn't picking up. How's that? Is that better? Someone tell me if that's better. Good morning, Nerdling. Yeah, Lieutenant Nerdling. Backyard TARDIS. How's the audio now? Better? Awesome. See, I need a new mic. It's not just the mic. Watch. It's the mic arm. Like all of this stuff is shot, but I can't even tell you. It's embarrassing how low my bank account is right now. It's so bad. And I'm not fully monetized. That reminds me. And it's all the way over there. We are still doing a giveaway. DJ won the last one. He got a $50 gift card. Yes, for Ryzen. computers, and he's getting a custom designed Sammy SM33 Red 5 Network hoodie from me. So as soon as we get to 4,000 watch hours, we're going to have 4 winners, and 4 winners are going to win one prize each. 3 winners are going to win 1 game each from Cards Against Humanity. I'm on their PR list, and they are very, very nice to send me PR gifts of their new games that they're putting out. So I have 3 games. I have Heads Up, Contact, and Party Mouth. So 3 winners will each win one of those. And then a 4th winner will win a custom designed comics and hoodie on me, yours truly. So he wants his 10-time pants. Good morning, Patricia, Lieutenant. Or is it Ensign? No, it's Ensign. Ensign Patricia. Good morning. Good morning. So, anywho, remember to keep those playlists going. Get those watch hours up. We're just over 500 hours away from hitting the 4,000 mark. So once we get to the 4,000 mark, 4 winners will each win prizes. So get those going. We're going to get some giveaways going, okay? And once I get like ad revenue stuff, I can afford to do more stuff like that. Like, I swear. Just right now. Like, what? How do you rig the giveaway? Well, I think you have to have an in with the person who picks the names. So you guys have to be subscribed. Get your playlists going. Try to send me. I'm not going to be too big of a stickler on it, but it would help me out a whole heap and a bunch to send me like a screen cap of you having like a playlist going, playing all the videos. So try to do that. And once we hit the 4,000 mark, I will pick 4 names for each of those. Okay. Okay. Your homework for this weekend, other than your playlists, watch some videos, and just you can have them going on the background, put them on mute if you want. I'm not demanding that you just watch me 24/7. Even I don't want to watch me 24/7. Okay. After I finish a video, the only chance I ever see it again, the only time I ever see it again is when I'm clipping stuff out. So I don't blame you. I have the most annoying voice. I get it. Thank you, Deranged Lunatic, for the $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going to leave that up for a minute. I don't remember what I was saying. No, you distracted me. But anyway, your homework. So, other than getting your playlists going, watch Frankenstein on Netflix by Guillermo del Toro. It is a masterpiece. It is probably his finest work. It is so unbelievably well done. It is cinematic perfection. It is pure art. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And I would expect nothing less from the first science fiction story ever told. It's so well done. It's just, he might be the last true filmmaker in the industry. Seriously, maybe him and Peter Jackson. I don't know. He feels like an absolute true artiste. He's amazing. The whole film is just absolutely incredible. Everyone involved in it really brought their A+ game, from the special effects artists to the visual artists, the actors, props, production, design. It just absolutely stunning, visually stunning, auditorially stunning. Jacob Elordi, if that man does not win an armful of awards for his portrayal as the creature, I might throw things because he blew me away. He absolutely blew me away. Anytime I see a bunch of kids like post stuff about younger actors, I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of roll my eyes. I'm kind of an old, bitter, angry lady. You know, I can't help it. You're like, yeah, sure, whatever. But he absolutely blew me away. He brought this pain and emotion and gravitas to this role that you don't see from, I mean, from older actors twice his age that are unable to bring that kind of raw emotion to a role. He was absolutely phenomenal. This young man has an incredibly long and storied career ahead of him. I mean, it cannot be said enough how incredibly, incredibly incredible this film is. So, highly recommend that you watch this film this weekend. I mean, for real, it is. I can't. It can't be said enough. It's probably the best film I've seen in years, and I plan on watching it again tonight. I feel like, I kept thinking about while I was watching it. I was thinking about Paul Bettany when he was asked about Vision Quest. He's like, it's about generational trauma, and I couldn't help but kind of, roll my eyes. It's a fucking superhero show, dude. Don't It doesn't have to be that deep, it's a superhero show. But I feel like Guillermo del Toro goes, "Sostien mi cerveza." Hold my beer. Watch this. This is generational trauma. Just absolute perfection. Watch that this weekend. That's the only movie you need to watch this weekend. There are other ways. If you get my meaning. That's all I'll say about that. There you go. At least you don't. At least I don't sound like Fran Drescher. Do you want to hear my first husband and his family and friends when I was very young and impressionable? We're talking about before I hit my 20s and then into my 20s. Would tell me that I sounded like, especially when I laughed, I sounded like the love child of Fran Drescher and Woody Woodpecker. That's what he said I sounded like. So I have been told that I actually do, but thank you. Good morning, Derpy Entertainment. Hi. Hi. All right, guys. Sostien mi cerveza, says Guillermo del Toro. All right. Let's move on. I don't know why I pressed that button because that was not the button I wanted. Let's move on to some headlines before we get to our absolute top topic. Okay, there we go. I might be able to let my hair down now. I don't know. I'm afraid to at this point that if I let my hair down, then the hot flash will return and resurge with a vengeance. I'm afraid of it now. All right, first I'm going to scroll through. Okay. This cracked me up and concerned me at the same time. And I know it's been all over social media, but I feel like, are we ready to admit collectively as a species that Quentin Tarantino is a fucking creep? Like, are we ready to do that? Because here we have one of his stars like flat out admitting it. So Maya Hawke, who is the daughter of Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke, went on Amy Poehler's podcast. And of course, Uma Thurman's been in, Kill Bill. She's been in a few of Quentin Tarantino's films. And Maya Hawke did one of his movies. Which one was it? Why is it slipping my mind? Anyway, Amy Poehler asks her, was there any advice your mother had for you? Any advice your mother had for you with doing this film? Omari, Uma Thurman didn't have kind things to say about Tarantino when Weinstein Means came out, and you don't want to be on Uma Thurman's bad side. That's what I love about her. That's what I love about her. She seems like, I don't know how to put this. I don't want to say just a normal person, because I think you're hard pressed to find anything who like really works in Hollywood a super long time is a normal person. I don't think Tom Cruise is a normal person. I mean, he's in Scientology too, but he seems to have at least some priorities in order. But she seems kind of like on the Tom Cruise end, like, right is right, wrong is wrong. So good for her. Good morning, Samar. Okay. Good morning, Ensign Loki. Is there any C-list celeb who doesn't have a podcast now? Everyone has a podcast now. Why don't you have a podcast yet, Loki? So anyway, here is Amy Poehler asking Maya Hawke what Uma Thurman told her, the advice she gave her about working with Quentin Tarantino.
You were in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with like 5 actors. You were all playing Manson people, Manson-ish people.
Manson-esque.
And did your mom give you, Uma Thurman, did she give you any advice about working with Quentin?
Keep your shoes on.
Keep your shoes on. Baby. Keep them on, baby. And you're going to try to get... Keep them on, baby. Keep them on. Keep those shoes on.
Keep your shoes on. Do you seriously? So, there you have it. Mom told her, keep her shoes on. I'm afraid, but I'm going to do it anyway because I feel like there. So, Amy Poehler was on Saturday Night Live for some years. She did the Weekend Update with Tina Fey. And then she was very famously the lead on Parks and Rec. She was Nope. She was like the head of the Parks and Rec department. She's really funny. She really is. So now she has a podcast. But so are we ready to just, yeah, he did some okay movies, and I just don't think that I don't think Quentin Tarantino is like this amazing auteur. I just don't. When I was 16, I thought, oh my God, he's amazing. Oh my God, is that Penny? Good morning, Lieutenant Penny. My grandma said, keep your feet in a mason jar and an aspirin between your knees. Good morning, Penny. I'm sorry I missed you earlier. So I don't think he's that impressive. When I was 16, he came out with this movie called 4 Rooms, and my boyfriend at the time just absolutely loved it. We watched it like 100 times, like, oh yeah, this is great. 1996, whatever, but as I got older and my palette expanded, my experience expanded, I realized, it's really not that great. I just don't think he's that great. I personally feels like, as I'm getting ready to say what I'm about to say, irony. I personally feel like he relies too heavy on dialogue. It's super pretentious. Like, hey, look at all these big words I can write. Don't you think I'm smart? Like he's showing off or something, like he's kind of a tryhard with the dialogue. Like, good God, okay, this is going on and on and on and on and on. I always think of that episode of Family Guy when someone brings up The Godfather and Peter's like, I don't like it. What? Like, you don't like The Godfather? And Peter's response is, it insists upon itself. What does that mean? It insists upon itself. And I feel like that's kind of Quentin Tarantino for me. It insists upon itself. He's like, you're going to listen to this dialogue for 6 hours and you're going to like it. And then you're going to tell me what an amazing auteur I am. Just like, okay, dude. Okay. I like Kill Bill. It's okay. Am I going to go watch that 4-hour cult? Probably not. Probably not. That's a lot of sitting. It's a lot of sitting and a lot of dialogue. I probably won't do it. But yeah, that's funny. It's funny that came out. But yeah, he does seem to have a real thing with feet. Like in oh shit, it just flew right out of my head. The vampire movie. Where did it go? It was right there. Dawn. You know what I'm talking about. Listen. With him and George Clooney. But it was like he set up this entire scene from dusk till dawn. That's it. See, like, getting old sucks. But yes, from dusk till dawn, it just feels like he set up that whole scene just so he could suck on Salma Hayek's toes. Margaret Qualley's feet all over Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like, maybe it's because I only have the one foot. I take that so personally. It's just so weird and gross. And if you've got a weird proclivity, then maybe you should just keep that private and to yourself and not let it seep into every piece of art you create. But like, I know that he's a great filmmaker in a lot of people's eyes, and he's got some talent. He's definitely a lot better. He's better than mediocre. He's definitely made a name for himself. He's won a bunch of awards. Sure. I'm not denying that. But in my opinion, I just don't see him as this amazing auteur. I just don't. Pulp Fiction is great. And it's definitely I'm so sorry. The weather is really it's definitely a very part of the culture of my generation. Hands down. It was kind of the reinvention of Bruce Willis. And that was a great film. It really was. But the rest of it, it's like Django Unchained. Like, shut the up. Oh my God, just too much dialogue. Just like, it felt like hours and hours of dialogue. Like, you're melting my brain with this dialogue. It's just too fucking much. And the feet stuff just creeps me the fuck out. He's just not on my list of greatest filmmakers of all time. And it's just not, you know? That's like Guillermo del Toro for me. Deranged Lunatic, Lieutenant Deranged Lunatic says, I like Inglorious Bastards. And it's with an E. I remember that. With an E. Yeah. It's okay. I like it. You got Eli Roth in it. You got Brad Pitt, Missouri Boy. I like Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt cracks me up because they say he's got this disease where he can't recognize faces. And my boyfriend always says, oh, that's just called asshole disease. He just doesn't want to admit that he doesn't remember you. Okay. Samar agrees with me. Thank you. That's one of my hottest takes is that I feel that Tarantino is a little bit overrated. Just a little bit. I like Reservoir Dogs. I like Pulp Fiction. I like Inglourious Bastards. And I recognize the cultural impact that those films have had on American culture, especially on my generation's, culture. But I just feel like he's a bit of a tryhard when it comes to the dialogue and stuff. Like, okay, moving on. So there you have it. Uma Thurman not letting up with Tarantino's a creep. Don't take your shoes off, sweetheart. Don't let him see your feet. Leave that to Andy McDowell's kid. There you have it. Okay. So, moving on. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about Tarantino, leave it in the chat below. Travis. Hateful Eight is my favorite of his, probably. I found it creative how he basically remade The Thing just without an alien. Is that what that movie was? Was it really? I must have missed that entirely. I'll try to give that another shot. But again, it's the dialogue that it's too heavy. His dialogue is just too heavy for me. Maybe it's my lady brain. Maybe I just have this soft, delicate lady brain where I'm like, that dialogue, it just scares me. Oh, Lord, it's too heavy for my brain. I don't know. Lieutenant Penny, Zachary Quinto character on Brilliant Minds, has that face unrecognizable disease. Really? And I've gotten screeners for that. Because, bless you, NBCUniversal. You're the only network that actually legitimately recognizes me as legit journalist and press. And you send me screeners. So I love you, NBC, COMCAST, Universal. Thank you. I haven't watched it yet because it's not really in my wheelhouse, but I'll give it a shot. I'm interested in that because it's funny because Dave, since he was a teenager, like 15 years old, he's been told his whole life that, oh, you look like Brad Pitt, like every era of Dave, even in his current Hunter S. Thompson era. I gotta tell you something funny real quick. We went camping with my sister and she was making the comment about his bucket hat and his chops and his, glasses, aviators. And I said, don't mind Dave. He's in his Hunter S. Thompson era. And she's like, I don't know who that is, but I was going to say he's like in his Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas era. And I said, well, that's it. That's Hunter S. Thompson. God love her. So I always thought it was funny that Dave's like, oh, doesn't recognize faces, huh? It sounds like the asshole disease. Lieutenant Backyard Artist. I don't like his movies either, Danny. See, doesn't surprise me. That one does not surprise me, Nick. I like it when we're lined up here. I see, and I forgot about Jackie Brown. He has made so many movies. His goal was like to make 11 movies, and then he wanted to stop, something like that. Bird blindness. Face blindness is bird blindness. Look to your left. Look to your right. Chances are that person doesn't have bird blindness. You know, it's probably the only thing from Peacemaker 2 that I was like, this is funny. This is some funny shit. And it was entirely because of Tim Meadows. Damn bird blindness. That got me. Oh my God. Anywho, so is that not weird? Is that not weird, Fernand? So Tarantino, massive trekker. He's a huge Star Trek fan, and he almost made a Star Trek movie. And I'm so glad he didn't, because that man should not make movies that are not his own. I cannot see Quentin Tarantino making someone else like an IP or a genre film. I cannot see that. And him being able to stick inside, like color inside the lines. You know what I'm saying? I can only see him like doing Tarantino stuff. So I'm really glad that never happened. Never happened. I did have someone ask me yesterday on one of the clips of yesterday's show. They asked me, what is the Kelvin verse? I think you might be lost. If you are watching my clips, you're asking what the Kelvin verse is. Either you are very lost, or I need to actually make a breakdown about the Kelvin verse. So, writing that down. Loki, you're happy with JJ's movies? How do I put this? I'm okay with them. Yeah, I'm okay with them. But I stand by the fact that Star Trek should not be rebooted. I think that's where they screwed up. You should not reboot things like Star Wars or Star Trek. Those things should not be rebooted because they're too expansive. There's too much to work with. Yeah. Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS. We would have gotten Spock's toes. Yuck. Thanks. What do you mean, Maria? What do you mean? Don't fly anytime soon. What? I mean, I don't get to fly anyway because I'm extremely poor and I can't afford to do microphone. So I can't. Oh, now you want a stick? You too. That's so wild. I did not know that. That's so wild, Travis. I'm going to have to look into that. Okay. I'm not going to get it because it's too personal, but I have a bone to pick and I can't do anything about it because the government is shut down. But basically, I'm losing like $150 a month to nowhere. Nowhere. For no reason. It's fun. It's fun we have. Okay, so moving on. Good morning, Lieutenant Kino / contributing editor. Happy birthday week, Kino. Also, this month, I think it's the 3rd week of November, so around Thanksgiving, it is the 5th anniversary of the channel. I think it's the 5th anniversary. I believe it's the 5th anniversary of the channel. So, woo, 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 woo. Actually, I think I stole Bailey Sarian's, but we can call it that. Lieutenant Deranged Lunatic says, I think there was an Inglourious Bastards movie made in the 70s. That's correct. It was a remake. So I don't know if Quentin Tarantino was a remake or what. It was a remake. But it was definitely a Tarantino film. Definitely. Backyard TARDIS, my wife is on a flight, or Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS was on a flight to Arizona to visit her grandmother, and she gets a notification while in the air that she will not be able to fly home because the TSA is being laid off. Wow. Good Lord. Mm-mm. Would Samuel L. Jackson be famous without Quentin? Yes. Yes, he would. Yes. He was famous before Quentin. He did a lot of stuff after Quentin. So, yes. He's Samuel L. Jackson, incredible actor. And I believe it was it Spike Lee that made him like, I could be wrong, but no, he did a lot of stuff before Quentin, and then a lot of stuff after. All right, let's move on. So the newest addition to the list of potential buyers for Warner Brothers Discovery is COMCAST, which is NBCUniversal, which, again, the only network that fully acknowledges me as legitimate press. Listen, you jerks, and I'm looking at you. Disney and ABC. Oh, yeah, that's Disney too. Hold on. Sony, Paramount, Netflix, Apple. I have sent you request after request after request after request after request after request after request. I've sent you my one sheet. I'll send you a foot pic. Is that what you want? Just come on. Where's my press access? Okay, we're coming up on 14,000 subscribers just on the YouTube. We got like 20,000 across platforms. Yeah. There are people with like 1,000 subscribers that get screeners from everybody. So what's going on here? Where's my press access? Looking at you. Thank you, NBCUniversal. Thank you, COMCAST. You're a real one. So anyway, the list of potential buyers for Warner Brothers Discovery is now Paramount Skydance in the number 1 slot, COMCAST, NBCUniversal, Netflix, Amazon, Saudi Arabia PIF, which basically any billionaire out of Saudi Arabia that wants to buy something in America, it's basically Saudi Arabia. They have government connections. That's just how they do things over there. Apple, Apollo Global Management. Reports suggest Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav wants $40 a share price for the company, imputing a valuation of $100 billion. Here's the thing. They are saying that they will announce in mid to late December whether or not they will sell. Paramount has already said that if they are like, we've decided we're not going to, they're going to go directly to the board. Directly to the board. If the shareholders are like, we've changed our mind, we're not going to sell, they're going to go directly to the board and hostile takeover. So either way, Paramount could buy Warner Brothers Discovery by Christmas. And honestly, I'm not really on board with all of this because, I mean, listen, if NBCUniversal buys it, then I get press access. So that would be honestly very good for me. But my very libertarian heart is like, that's a really big company, though. That makes it an even bigger company. And that makes it the thing you hate most. Me, the thing I hate most. Like giant evil corporations. Like Amarin is a giant evil conglomerate that wants to steal your soul. And just having bigger and bigger entertainment companies, I do not feel is the answer. Listen, how great has TV been in the last 10 years? How great has how great have movies been in the last 10 years? These companies are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and you just have wealthier and wealthier and wealthier people trickling down all these lists and boxes they want you to check. Like, we want you to do this. We want you to make a movie with this message. That's not how art works, though. Art comes from here, not here. It comes from your gut, not here. It doesn't come from math. Ensign Loki, you need a majority of shares to do a hostile takeover, just in case people don't know what that means. I barely know what it means, so I'm glad you said that. Thank you. Thank you. Maria, it's legal to make a company sell? That doesn't sound right. If they do a hostile takeover, the government steps in. The government will basically decide. If they have a majority of shareholders, like Loki just said, it goes to a vote. It's very complicated. My lady brain can't really comprehend it because it's not about making sandwiches. Kino says it'll be a win for the fans either way if done right. I don't know about that, because it feels like bigger is not necessarily better when it comes to corporations, companies that are meant to create art and entertainment. Good morning, Camry. What's up? Oh my God. I get so excited when Cam shows up because Cam is one of my favorite people. He is such a positive light in this world. I just love him. He's the best. Like, I got canceled once, highlight of my career, and then I got uncanceled, the other highlight of my career. To make it into one of Cam's things is just, I am not. I am not. But thank you, Cam. You're the absolute best. Thank you. Thank you. Cam. It was canceled, and I can't remember, but it was hilarious. Good morning, Sonia. We need more smaller studios. Exactly. Less people in charge, less delegation. I mean, a lot of successful entertainment products have propaganda in them, so that machine gonna keep working. Theme parks, Paramount has parks, Warner Brothers has parks, so it'll be another revenue stream. But do we need that? What if we just make good movies? What if we just bring quality back? We just bring art back to art. What if we just bring art back? And we stick to the basic messages. Like, I'm going to say it again, Frankenstein by Guillermo del Toro. Come on. That one is about legit generational trauma. Victor Frankenstein's dad hurt him. Victor Frankenstein hurt the monster. The monster hurt people. That kind of messaging that speaks to the individual. I Camry, keep messaging to send you to a shout out on a podcast where they couldn't remember your name. Just that guy that makes the jeans guy memes. Fernando, wasn't there a huge Time Warner merger in the early 2000s? A huge failure. It's a lot of failures. It's the messages where they are blatantly telling people the way you live your entire life is wrong. You're awful people. Shame on you. That's not how that's done. Listen, you can relate, pardon me. You can relate to every single person on this planet if you just have an honest and empathetic conversation with them. If you listen when they speak, not wait for them to stop talking so that you can speak, but listen to what they're saying. You can find a way to relate to what they're talking about. I related to the monster in Frankenstein. I'm not going to get into that, but pardon me. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. Allergies are so bad today. Just empathy and conversations. You don't have to be browbeaten with things. You don't have to have this. And remember, there's this dumbing down in entertainment right now. They're calling second screen directive, the second screen directive. They say people are doom scrolling now while they're watching movies and TV. So they've made the plot and the dialogue purposely dumber, more simple, and more exposition because people are only half paying attention. So they make sure that people repeat things. They give more exposition. Pardon me. They dumb it down. We don't need that. We don't need that. You need to bring people to you. If you make something good enough, if you build it, they will come. Camry says, pineapple on pizza is an abomination. And was also created by a Greek man, by the way. Camry, I think it's because citizens were scared about me offering free working lightsabers for most people. I hate dumbed down TVs and movies. Put your freaking phone down and immerse yourself in the story. Exactly. And so they stopped making immersive stories. They've stopped. Like Loki and I were talking the other day. Loki said, I don't watch movies to feel things, but you do. You do. Being entertained is a feeling. Finding something funny, that's a feeling. Excitement, that's a feeling. Being immersed in a movie is a feeling. If you're watching a film, and I am guilty of this, so sometimes I have to watch things twice. I have to talk to myself. Because I am a writer, I am a special effects artist, a makeup artist. I tend to like, oh, that looks really good. Like, how did they do that? Or I see a seam. Those are seams. Or like, oh, I love the way they framed this. I love the way they wrote that. Oh, that's terrible. So sometimes that I take myself out of it. I understand that. But if they are constantly doing things to bring the food to your face instead of you going to the food, it takes you out of it. It reminds you this is a movie. And you don't want to be reminded this is a movie. You are watching a movie for an experience. You're there to experience something. You're there to experience another life. Life is tough enough. Life is scary enough. Life is hard enough. We don't need more reality TV as reality as much as it is. I used to joke around like, if I want reality, I'll pay attention to my kids. It's not a nice thing to say, but that was the joke. You know, I don't need more reality. That's why I like watching sci-fi and superheroes and stuff like that, because it takes me out of reality for however long I am watching that. It's a break, a little vacation. I'm immersed in this world. That's what we need. And if we're constantly reminding people that this is a movie, this is a TV show, what's the fucking point? You might as well just go look at pictures. You know, it's dumb. Oh my God. I'm going to vom. I'm so glad that my YouTube people can't see this. It just sucks that I don't have Kick pulled up to boot this person. Yeah, but you should keep those kinks to yourself. I'm going to publicly shame you. Shame. I need a bell. Shame. I need moderators on Kick if I can get them, because holy shnikes, Batman. Oh, I'm not reading it out loud, pal. No, you can't be mad. You cannot be a mod. You cannot be mad. You can get the out of here, because whoa. How do I, damn it. I need a moderator on Kick to get rid of this person, because I've just gone into a different universe of Sometimes you just want to feel joy. Yes, and that's going to be very hard for the rest of the stream for me now. The things I have seen, I cannot unsee. I feel boredom watching most movies. And right? This is what I was talking about when I was recovering from surgery. Is that I literally had nothing to do but lay there and watch TV. And there's a full season of The Witcher 4, like The Witcher season 4, and I couldn't get through the first episode. Like I literally would rather stare out the window than watch that. Like there's nothing on. Liam Hemsworth like, "Hi." There's absolutely nothing. Hey, I'm over here. Nothing at all. Like nothing. It's just so boring. So boring. Loki, this is why I gave up on new movies and TV and just play games. And you complain about that too. You seem very unhappy with that too. I'd like to try Ragnarok. I'm sure you're going to tell me not to do that, but I'd like to play God of War Ragnarok next. Is Adam Goswick? Listen, if Adam Goswick goes on Kick, he needs to refine Jesus. Refine Jesus. Oh my God. Grape 60, you absolutely can. I don't know how to do that. Like Grape 60 can see this and I feel so bad. Guys, I'm going to try to pull up Kick because this is embarrassing how bad this is. Like let's see. Grape 60. I'll see if I can figure out how to do this. I tell you what, I am just going to ban this human being. Okay, and then I'm going to give you a heart. I don't know how to. Oh God. I don't know how to make you a mod, but I'll figure it out, pal. Okay, because I don't get on here a whole bunch. But thank you for that, and I will absolutely make you a mod. Thank you. Wow, that was some nastiness. That was whoa. I get a few people on Kick. Tabitha calls me Grape because of my initials. That's what it looks like to me. Grape 60. That's what it looks like to me. Okay. And yes, 90s sci-fi is my jam. That is absolutely my jam. Okay. So it's looking like it could be Comcast or Paramount. Either one. Which could not be great. I think we need smaller studios, more smaller studios, and less giant conglomerates. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys, moving on. Let's just hit our final topic since we're already at an hour. My goodness. So, all over the internet, all over, it did it again. I'll have to fix it. All over legacy media, there was a report from the Daily Mail. Now, for those who are not British, those who do not have British friends, the Daily Mail is like the National Enquirer. Okay. For my British friends, the National Enquirer is like the Daily Mail. So basically it's just a rag that makes crap up. It just makes stuff up. It cannot be trusted at all whatsoever. And yet places like The Wrap, Deadline, like all these, Park Place, they all ran with this throwaway article that the Daily Mail published. Fish and chips. Fish and chips. The Daily Mail said that Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown, Giovanni, because she's married to Bon Jovi's son and had a baby with him, reportedly included pages and pages in her complaint, none of which were sexual in nature, against David Harbour before production on season 5. She apparently, according to the Daily Mail, filed harassment and bullying claims against David Harbour. Again, this comes from the Daily Mail, the National Enquirer of the UK. Now, I'm certain that every single person in the UK was like, America is eating this up. They have no idea what's going on. They don't know that this is just total pants. They don't realize it's bullshit. Now, there was nothing ever came out that proved this. There were never any documents released. There were never any lists that described what the bullying was, other than it's not sexual in nature. So what? He called her a meanie head, a poo-poo face? Like, what was it? He called her an uggo? Like, dumb kid. Defend your country's gossip rag, films and fiction. But even though there was nothing to support this claim, not even a description of what consisted of the bullying and harassment. I mean, legit press here across the pond ran with it. Ran with it like crazy. And it really cracked me up. It really cracked me up because after you guys know, I 1000% fell for the whole Bo DeMaio thing. And thank the good Lord, he was so gracious to let me talk to you. Let me holler at you for a minute. And the same thing basically happened to him. One person told another person, hey, this stuff happened, but provided no proof, no names, no details, no nothing, just said, we think it's this, and then just ran with it. But in their case, see, Exactly. Camry, should we all be past the whole, it was on the internet feed, so it must be true? Harbor's still a twat. Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS, hey, UK gossip mag ruined Noel Clark's career. Who's Noel Clark? I don't know who that is. Camry, I understand the tabloid or fake news site posting these things, but the amount of other people in credible sites that have reposted without any further research baffles me. That is what Jeff Snyder did to Beau DeMaio. That is what he did to Beau DeMaio. It's exactly what he did. And that is precisely what has happened again to David Harbour and Billy Bobby Brown. But in this situation, last night they had the big red carpet premiere for season 5 of Stranger Things. And what do we see here? One more time. Yeah. Yeah. She sure looks like she sent Netflix executives a long list of bullying. He called me a fart. He called me a flat-faced butt sniffer. He called me cotton-headed ninny-muggins. Like, for real? Like, what a... Is this you, Lily Allen? Is this you, Lily Allen? Is this a divorce thing? Are we doing divorce things? Loki, he's a big fan of communism. No, really, he's spoken about it. Oh, crap. Another one bites the dust, and another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites dust. Hey, they're going to get you too. Another one bites dust. But he has lunch and stuff with Mark Ruffalo, and they like, I don't know, tickle each other's buttholes or something. Actors are softer than wet toilet paper. Travis Mitchell, teenagers are often resistant to precaution and advice from adults. So if anything, it was probably that. But based on this, it may have been nothing at all. It was absolutely nothing. She recently, during press like right before this, or it was during this, like she flat out said that he's been like a father figure to her. I mean, they have filmed almost every single scene together for 10 years on this show. She's extremely fond of him. She loves him to death. So I think it's all, there it goes. There it goes again. I'm never going to get a new microphone. It was all 1,000% crap. I really would not dismiss the idea that his soon-to-be ex-wife, Lily Allen, is maybe someone in her camp thought this was a good idea. Sonia says that complaint must have been filed 2 years ago if it was real, and they could have worked things out. If it's even real. Exactly. But again, it's the Daily Mail. It's like the Inquirer over here in the States. It's total pants. It's the bullshit. He speaks the bullshit. Don't mind me, I have a drinking problem. So, oh my gosh. I'm telling you, it is a sad, sad day for media, for journalism, for the press, for news, when some middle-aged nobody in an unfinished room wearing from the waist down Adidas shorts and a pair of Crocs has more journalistic integrity and sense than people who have 5 degrees and have been in this business for probably as long as I've been alive. Like, technically speaking, yet I am still unpaid in this career of mine. And I seem to have a better grasp on this shit than the rap. Certainly more so than Mark Malkin. I'm never going to let that go. They need to fire that motherfucker. I am so tired of him. I cannot see his face anymore without being triggered immediately into rage. It's like hearing my backyard dweller's voice. I just go into instant rage, like, ah! Ah! Maria says, I love Dave. Millie Bobby Brown is going to be an afterthought after Stranger Things is history. Sadie Sink is the real breakout star of the show. You know what? I agree with you. I think Sadie Sink is wonderful. I think she has been overlooked because of Millie being 11 and David Harbour moving on to other things like the MCU, which she is now too, of course. But I don't really think Millie Bobby Brown wants to be an actress so much anymore. I think she wants to be an Instagram influencer. If you don't believe me, go check out her Instagram account. You'll believe me then. I truly believe that. So, yeah, I think Sadie Sink is a wonderful actress. She's a bit of a class act. Lovely, just absolutely lovely, beautiful young woman. Fernando, the last Netflix movie I saw Millie. Oh God, what was it? The Damsel. That was awful. Good Lord, that was so bad. Ugh. It was just full blown girl boss trash, and I've never felt more insulted to more talked down to and pandered as a woman. Like, listen, I like action. I like chicks beating stuff up and everything, but let's be realistic here. Let's stick to the strengths that women possess. We're not stronger than men, okay? But we are faster. We're more flexible. And in some cases, we're smarter. We can multitask better. I've mapped this all out in the Real Superpowers of Women. You should check that out. There are ways to make a female superhero more and not pander and talk down to us like you're patting these little kids on the head and creating a scapegoat for later. It's really felt like for the last several years that these dudes are like, let's get them to shut up. I don't want to do this job and it's going to suck anyway because we're not going to put any effort into it. So let's just pick any woman. Like, I don't care. That one over there will do. Oh, she's the janitor. It doesn't matter. Let's just pick her. And that way, when it all blows up, they'll blame her. We win. It's fine. Then they'll quit asking us for this. That's kind of how I feel about the whole situation. Films and fiction, Finn Wolfhard in Ghostbusters. He has a golden career. I agree with you. I love that kid. I really do. My daughter has had the hots for him since this show started. We're like, oh, him? Okay. But he's a good kid. He's a good actor. He's a talented musician. I liked him in Ghostbusters. You can monotask better? I bet you can. Backyard TARDIS. A number of actors have mentioned that they now have to submit the number of I know. Is that not insane? That's probably why I haven't gotten accepted for press access for places like Apple, Sony, Disney, because I've got like maybe 500 followers on Instagram. I don't have a bunch there. And just under 2,000 on Twitter. And they take this shit seriously. I mean, kind of in my profession, that is important. Like, okay, fair enough. But as an actor, that doesn't matter. That's stupid. The only thing that matters is your ability to do your job. Are you posting the movie or the TV show on Instagram? No. So what does it matter? I guarantee you, if the show's good or the movie's good, their follower count's gonna go up. Like, let's think this through. She don't need no dragon. Travis, it would be cool if they went a Deathly Hallows route. Max or 11 are mentally stuck in the Upside Down, and the ghosts of Eddie and Billy help them. That would be dope, but they won't do it because they're the Duffer Brothers. If they Game of Thrones this, so many people are going to be so pissed. So many people are just really going to be angry. But I don't know. What do you think? You think maybe you think Lily Allen had something to do with this? That she leaked that to the Daily Mail. And she's like, hey, do you know what I heard? I heard that my ex-husband, David Harbour, was accused of harassment and bullying of the child, Millie Bobby Brown, on Stranger Things. No, it was nothing sexual. He's not a pedo or anything like that. He's not a pedo. But he was very cruel indeed. You should put that in your paper. It was Quentin. Quentin all along. All right, guys. That's all I've got for you today. That's all I've got. Oh my God. Hot flash is coming back. If you would do me a huge solid, if you like the content I'm putting out there and you want to help support the channel, the easiest and freest way possible. Hi, I'm new. It's my first day on the internet. The easiest and cheapest way possible, because Camray says I should do this all the time. The freest and cheapest way possible to support the channel is by hitting that like button, subscribing if you are new, and ringing that notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense. Now, there are other ways to help support the channel that help me pay these bills. Like the interwebs and the streaming software and the editing and all of that. You should feel attacked. I've told my family once I'm 50, I will take on an English accent for the rest of my life. After about 5 years, they won't remember my old accent. Okay, I'm going to try and finish this out as Camray requested in BBC English. Hire me, I'm delicious. There are other ways to help support the channel because I'm poor. I'm just a peasant. Can't think of anything funny to say. So you can either join as a member of the channel, where on some Thursdays, where I'm not feeling like a total spaz, over on the Discord, we can watch our Throwback Thursday Theatre and watch Hercules, The Legendary Journeys on the Discord channel. But you have to be a member of this channel to get the link, the invite link, to watch it with us. And it does help me keep the channel going. And super chats are amazing, and they help me go. Words. I'm doing my best here. Super chats are always welcome. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. There's also, you can scan this QR code right here, and it will take you to buymeacoffee.com/comicsandmua, and you can tip me as little or as much as you can. There's also Cash App. $ DanielleSoncasie, not Soncasie, not Soncasie, but Soncasie. Funny story. The nurse, when I had surgery, was like, Soncasie, that's strange. What are you? What is this name? I said, the name is French. She said, oh, are you French? Why, no, ma'am, I am not. I am not French. What are you? Well, I'm actually American. Thank you for asking. But some of my DNA is actually Mexican. Oh, do you speak Spanish? Sí, un poquito. Do you speak French? Oui, je parle français assez. Oh, it was weird. Anyway, so there is Cash App, $ DanielleSoncasie. And there's also the original Nerdling Army over at patreon.com/comics, and you have 3 different tiers starting as little as $3 a month. You get extras, behind the scenes, outtakes, exclusive content, exclusive merch that you can't get anywhere else that corresponds directly to your very specific rank in the Nerdling Army, and you get that every 3 months for the first year of your membership. There is also exclusive chat rooms just for you. That's correct. And also, if you're a member of the channel and the Patreon, you get access to drops about a week before anyone else sees them when they're public on the channel. So there's that. And channel members also get preferential treatment on pretty much anything, and also emojis and gifs. I don't know where that came from. See if I can keep this going. There is also the official comics and merch store over at comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. Hundreds of designs created by yours truly on hundreds more products. And every penny goes, or is it bob? Every bob goes to helping keep the channel going, because I'm poor, I'm broke, and I'm too embarrassed to tell you what little money is in my bank account at the moment, and my mic stand is broken. I also have an Amazon storefront where I have several lists of recommendations, like reading recommendations, watch recommendations, like TV, movies, you name it, special effects, podcasting, everything. Just go to the link right in the description below. I'm also an affiliate for several companies, and that's in the description below as well. Stay tuned next week, because Zinni Optical is having a big sale, and I do have some new codes for you. This podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to educate and entertain you. So if you like this podcast, chances are you're going to love more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So go to red5.bio.link today to discover more of the Red 5 Network of podcasts. Everything I've just told you about is available on my website, comics-and.com. Updates, my portfolio of every look I have done for the channel over the last 5 years, which, remember, this month is the 5-year anniversary of Comics and, in its previous incarnation, Comics and Cosmetics. But everyone thought I was just a beauty channel, so I had to rebrand as just, Comics and that just really confuses people, and that's okay. I don't care. I'm sticking with it. There's also all of my reviews, which I will be putting up my review for Frankenstein, the greatest film ever created in the last 5 years, will also be on comics-and.com. I did it. We've had a bloody well good time. You sound like the dude from Lifestyles of the... Hello, I'm Robin Leach, and this is Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. Throw Danny a pence or a pound. I'm all right with it. I'm getting a little bit cockney now. It's fluctuating between Daisy Ridley and Ben Kingsley in Iron Man 3. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How many more hours? We are about 564 hours away from being monetized. So let's get those playlists going so I can give away all of the lovely games and hoodie that I have. And now an actual British person is going to tell me that I sound like Cockney, Dick Van Dyke, and Mary Poppins. I will stick to my BBC English then. Thank you. You can rip me a new one later. Dick Van Dyke is my favorite British actor. All right, guys, that's all I got. I'll see you next week. Do I have to keep going? Have a lovely weekend. Stay nerdy, babies, and I will see you Monday morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And keep your eyes peeled, because I heard
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!